I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Donald Trump spoke with Sean Hannity at some phony town hall event in Iowa so that Fox could promote Donald Trump's candidacy. And when you watch Donald Trump, I want to show you some key clips here. You see how just unqualified he is. He knows nothing. All he does is lie. Everything he said should be disqualifying, yet you have the right-wing media promote him, and then you have other legacy media just not holding him accountable at all, but not here at the MeidasTouch Network. So here, Sean Hannity asks Donald Trump, what would you do to get the economy to turn around? Watch Donald Trump's response. Play this clip.
How quickly and what would you do to get this economy turned around?
It'll go so quickly. Number one, I'm closing that border like I had it. We had the best border ever. And by the way, I think you all agree. We want people to come into our country, but we want them to come in legally. We had a good system. They were taking tests. We want people that love our country, not people that want to blow up our shopping centers and our farms.
Okay, as reporter Bill Scher pointed out, this past month, we have record low unemployment and the fewest monthly illegal border crossings since February 2021. Not only is Donald Trump not addressing the question being asked, but ultimately what MAGA Republicans have to do to their base is sell them a lie, to sell them that things that are actually happening in the economy aren't actually happening, and just to lie and lie and lie. Here, Donald Trump claims that under President Biden, we've now reached full communism, he says. Play this clip.
2024 is the most important election that we've ever had. And I used to say it with 2016, and I meant it 100%, but we're going into almost a communistic state, and I think maybe we're even there.
And as reporter Bill Scher points out, I guess that's how the MAGA Republicans want to reframe the fact that there's record low unemployment somehow by calling that full communism. And again, he's just saying words. You know, it's fascist word salad. And he'll say things like, oh, these Democrat, Marxist, socialist, communist, fascists, and just combine the concepts together. It's not tethered to reality at all. He does not know what he is talking about. And speaking to not being tethered to reality, here he's asked a very simple question, which is, you said that you would end Russia's unlawful invasion of Ukraine, although Donald Trump doesn't call it that, but that's what it is. You can end it in 24 hours. So how are you going to do it? And watch Donald Trump's response. Play this clip.
I would tell Putin, you got to settle. I would tell Zelensky, you got to settle. I would tell one, you're going to load up with money. I'd tell the other, you're not going to get any money. I would get a settlement in 24 hours. Now, it should have never happened. You have thousands, hundreds of thousands of dead people right now, hundreds of thousands. You have cities that are obliterated. I don't know if you've ever seen the cities after they finish with the rockets. You have cities with no buildings standing. It looks like just a demolition zone.
That's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard right there. I'm going to tell him you got to settle, and I'm going to tell him you got to settle. And I'm going to say, well, you got to make a deal. But I'm going to tell him you got to make a deal and settle with that. What in the world are you that's not a policy. This individual, this maniac, this traitor has no clue what he is talking about at all. But he praises dictators. Here he is praising President Xi and saying that President Xi, there's nobody in Hollywood like this guy. This guy would be a star in Hollywood. Like, what in the world, again, is Donald Trump talking about? Play this clip.
I will tell you that. But think of President Xi, central casting, brilliant guy. You know, when I say he's brilliant, everyone says, oh, that's terrible. We call it. Well, he runs 1.4 billion people with an iron fist. Smart, brilliant, everything perfect. There's nobody in Hollywood like this guy.
When Donald Trump is attracted to strong men, people who are men, who are authoritarians, and as he said, who rule their countries with iron fists, something that Donald Trump aspires to do, to become an authoritarian. He's an authoritarian wannabe, but that's what he would love to do. That's why he's obsessed with Kim Jong-un. But how weird is that, talking about President Xi saying there's nobody in Hollywood like this guy? Again, there used to be a time where spelling potato incorrectly would be disqualifying for politicians. Now you say things like this, and Donald Trump says it, and you're a MAGA Republican, whatever. Just say whatever you want. And here, Donald Trump lies about the Presidential Records Act, acting like the Presidential Records Act is an immunity law, like it gives him immunity. Here, play this clip.
Why weren't their homes raided?
Well, let me just tell you, I'm protected by Presidential Records Act, and they come up with this obscure, crazy theory, a madman theory. This guy is a deranged prosecutor who's had tremendous failures all over the place. He's a nasty, horrible human being. They come after me. Now, Biden has many thousands. I mean, he's got almost 2,000 boxes of documents. They can't get to him because the college or whatever that has him doesn't want to give him. And he probably told the college.
And the Presidential Records Act is not anything about what Donald Trump says. The Presidential Records Act is not a criminal statute. Violations of the Espionage Act, obstruction of justice, making false statements, conspiracy, those are the criminal statutes. And Donald Trump clearly violated those criminal statutes. Thus, there is a criminal case against him. The Presidential Records Act is just not a criminal statute. And Donald Trump's conception of what the Presidential Records Act says, and he lies about everything, it's the exact opposite of what the Presidential Records Act says. And the case that Donald Trump cites is, this Bill Clinton Sox case. The Bill Clinton Sox case has nothing to do with any of this. One of Donald Trump's advisors, who's not a lawyer, Tom Fitton, filed a lawsuit against the National Archives, saying that they need to compel Bill Clinton. This lawsuit was filed like in 2011 and 2012. Compel Bill Clinton to turn over his personal notes that Fitton alleged was kept in a sock drawer that Clinton was using for his personal autobiography. Clinton didn't take classified records. The Clinton case has nothing to do with classified records at all. The judge said, I don't have jurisdiction to hear this, Tom Fitton. What are you even talking? You don't have the right to sue the National Archives to compel Clinton. And these are personal records, not classified records. This is a personal autobiography. So if Donald Trump wants to write a personal autobiography and had personal notes, then he can make a claim that they're personal. You can't steal classified records. And by the way, district court decisions are not precedent. And to the extent it's persuasive authority, it's the exact opposite of what Donald Trump says it is. But that's the thing with MAGA Republicans. It's always the exact opposite of what they say. It's a constant stream of lies and gaslighting, and we can't let them get away with it. That's why it's critical we expose it here on the MeidasTouch Network, show you what it is that is going on, and share these videos with family members, friends, colleagues, coworkers, whoever in your orbit. Let them know what the situation is. We're not normalizing. We can't normalize this dangerous, dangerous behavior by Donald Trump. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. We're on our way to 1.5 million subscribers. Thanks to your support. Have an excellent day. Hit subscribe.
At MeidasTouch, we are unapologetically pro-democracy, and we demand justice and accountability. That's why we're spreading our message to Convict 45. That's right, gear up right now with your Convict 45 tees and pins at store.meidastouch.com. That's store.meidastouch.com.